brief from here because I have to go. But then before I go, let me say one or two other things. The visitor was saying last week that I should check out how we can get more opportunity on things we do so that we can even get the chance to negotiate. Have you? Is he here? Has he gone? Confirm if what I'm saying is true.
He's here himself.
Married man. Is your wife around?
Yes.
David City.
Tí o tó fi mú tàárẹ̀ yẹn, she's around.
Yes. Mongwan, waiting talk.
Where did
Nothing,
you
we dey
go?
greet you.
I dey wash clothes ni, so wash
Hey.
machine mi dun. Ṣé
Okay.
na why I meet myself.
Okay. Wash it clean though. Um, last week you said we should look at opportunities, how to access opportunities around us. Is that what you said?
Yes, I said that last week rather.
Okay. So maybe we can touch a little on it before I go this morning.
Ṣé na your solar dey sound?
Yes.
Your party there.
Pẹ̀lẹ́.
It's making me scared.
It's making you what? Scared.
It's making me scared.
You'll be fine
I've been
eventually.
thinking about it.
No worries, it's not your own. So, for what it is, before you can even think of opportunities around you, there must be something you're looking for. Like someone saying, maybe I should just ask also at the same time here now that on your street there where you live, how many red cars have you seen in your neighborhood?
There is one in my compound.
There is one in your compound. That's one.
Then it is very, very scarce to see red cars compared to other like blue, black, silver.
Na why me I wan buy red Lambo.
So like it's easy or it's difficult to see. Which one did you say?
It is
Difficult.
difficult.
It's difficult to see. Okay. So Glitters has seen one in his compound. That's the only one you notice around you, Abby.
Yes, that's both.
Who again has seen a red car around him there?
Not at all.
Red muscle. Total muscle red.
Hmm.
I saw one.
You saw one. Okay. Nobody else. All right.
Yeah, I never say fine, sha.
Yeah, it's the problem mostly is not because red cars are difficult to see, it's because they are not what you're looking for. So most of the cars around you too. In fact, many times those cars just pass by, you just know they are cars. Many times you don't even know their color. Sometimes you don't even know if it's Toyota, if it's Mercedes, if it's anything. You just know a car has passed you by. So what I'm simply saying is if you are not looking for it, you won't see it. Because the truth is, if I tell you now that as you go out today, if you are able to tell me how many red cars you see on your way to work, on your way back home today, I have $100 for you. You know, get as it won't be. Every red car that pass you by, you are going to take note of it. In fact, you are going to see it, the one that is not passing by that is just parking somewhere.
Èmi gan máa kúrò nílé lọ wá red car.
Sure you get. That's just what it is. In the first place, you have to be on the lookout. If you are not on the lookout, you won't see. And one thing there is, for you to even be on the lookout, it means you must know what you're looking for. If you don't know what you're looking for, it becomes difficult to recognize it when you see it, when you come across it. So, in looking for opportunity and assessing opportunity around us, it will require us having a mindset on a particular thing that I want to achieve. Please, you can mute your mic if it's interfering. Looks like I can hear some sounds. All right. So, first of all, you need to be on the lookout. There is something you're looking for, there is something you want to achieve. For somebody looking for a roasted corn, it becomes difficult for him to pass by the woman making the roasted corn and not recognize it. For somebody who is just hungry, compared to somebody who is hungry for, let's say, pounded yam and good egusi soup, their search will be different. Because the interesting part is for somebody who is just hungry without specification, just wanting to eat something that he doesn't know, that kind of person may enter different food food stores, may enter different eateries and still unable to find something he really wants. But for somebody looking for just pounded yam, you know that every food store, every restaurant, every food business you get into, you have a specific question you're asking. Do you have pounded yam? Now, for somebody who is just hungry, we find almost any food at any point, right? But to really find what will satisfy you, there must be some specifications to it. And when there are no specifications, you may eat as much as you want from what is available, but it may not really satisfy you. So, I'm saying that to say, if you're just hungry, if you're just on the lookout for what you don't know, you may pass it by several times and not know that's what you're looking for. Now, for somebody who is looking for just anything to get by, even when you come across certain things and you take advantage of them, you won't really be satisfied, and then they won't really be they won't give you a sense of fulfillment because they are not meeting a particular need in you, they are just getting you by. Now, in the case of looking for opportunity, you have to go to the fact that you know what you are capable of, what you're doing, what are your skills, what kind of people are you looking for. That determines where you go. So by the time you begin to see those people, you know the kind of questions you're supposed to be asking them. Without that, you just have a lot of things going around you that seem relevant, that seem irrelevant. Now, if you're looking for money, let's take that for instance. If you're looking for money, there is so much you can do to make money, right? You can steal, you can snatch, you can work, almost any work in particular. You can rob, I mean, you can lie, you can do fraud, almost everything possible to make money. Now, when you say you want to make money legitimately, your options are restricted and they become more intentional. Doing it legally means you have to do something that somebody will pay you for legitimately. Somebody giving you money for the value they have received from you, be it directly or indirectly. but there must be a transaction of value before you get that kind of money. Now, it even gets more serious when you want to make money legitimately and at the same time have some kind of work that you can do and that you cannot do. You see, you can be a bricklayer legitimately, but if you like your soft skin, it may be something you don't want to do. If you don't like carrying stuff, you don't have energy work, that kind of stuff, you may not really be able to do it. Now, if you want to work legitimately, but you don't like stress, you may not be able to do some aspect of drilling work. If you want to work legitimately and you're unable to fight or cause trouble, there are some work you cannot do. You may not be able to be a public driver. You may not be able to be a conductor. So many of those things you won't be able to do. So now imagine that you want to work legitimately from the comfort of your home. Those are the specifications I'm beginning to put in place now. You want to work legitimately, work from the comfort of your home, uh, have enough resources or get paid well. In fact, working from the comfort of your home, you want it to be something that you can simply do on your system, that you don't really have to go outside there before you can do the kind of work you want to do. The things you have to do will be different from somebody who just wants to do anything. So for somebody who is saying, I'm a designer, what I do is design, do graphic design, do UI UX designs, and I want to work from the comfort of my home. Just wake up, enter my office, do what I have to do, close for the day, and enjoy my life. If you want to do that, the kind of opportunity you're looking for would be different from somebody who says, I want to produce whatever I'm producing from the comfort of my home. But you have to bring in people that will go and distribute, or you have to distribute yourself. For instance, you can make soap from the comfort of your home. You can make cartons from the comfort of your home. You can make perfumes from the comfort of your home. In fact, you can make some drinks from the comfort of your home. But the question is, it's a value chain. You won't be sufficient all by yourself to do it from production to sales to consumers and do it in such a way that please feel some push. Oh. Sorry for the break in transmission. Yeah, so for somebody who is making soap at the comfort of his or her home, that person eventually will at a point have to go out, go give it to people that are going to sell it, have to go and buy some things, right? And stuff like that. That means you're not alone. So if that kind of person is looking for opportunities, he begins to look for who can help me sell, right? That person begins to look for who is having an event that needs soap for souvenir, who is having a party that need a customized kind of perfume that can design, who is out there looking for air fresheners. So that kind of person will be looking for a person moving into a new house, person moving into a new office, somebody renovating or fumigating. Those are the kind of opportunities that person will be looking for. Now, for somebody like you who does UI UX designs, graphic designs, all of the things you need to do, you may not need to leave your house. You just have to set up your LinkedIn, your Instagram, your uh, what's the name of that platform? Behance, or what's it called? Behance, social media, all of those things, and even your WhatsApp status, and you begin to post all of those things. You begin to make your advert, you begin to say something on LinkedIn, begin to create a portfolio for yourself. All of that from the comfort of your home. You can do it, even the design, everything, without ever having to meet the client you're working with. And all of that you can easily do, right? Those are the kind of opportunities you're looking for. Now, let's compare that to somebody who is into development, say web development, be it front end or back end. You can do the same thing, LinkedIn, WhatsApp, if possible, GitHub, and all of those things. But the truth remains that you cannot be on the same platform because the things you do, they are different. The values you give to people, they are different. So it will be very wrong for a full stack developer to remain in the same group with a graphic designer and is talking about codes when everybody is talking about color, right? It will be wrong. But the thing is, for you to actually get opportunity, you have to be in a group where other developers are in, so that when they talk about collaboration, looking for partnership, looking for somebody that can do something for them in that regard, you're always there to help. Now, your friends can include a graphic designer, for instance, a UI UX, because eventually you're going to need them. But the main person that will bring you the kind of opportunity you're looking for, most of the time, we have to be somebody in your field. And you know the kind of platform you have to follow, the kind of groups you have to talk to, and stuff like that. And when you do that successfully, you can be rest assured that you have your opportunity. Now, for somebody who is into, say, construction, say, waterworks and the likes, it will be very wrong for me to stay in a group or only go to meetings where graphic designers are meeting. It will not make any sense. But if I want to do myself well, I have to go to real estate developers. I have to join groups where there are uh, other plumbers, other bore construction constructors, other engineers, civil engineers. Those are the kind of categories I have to belong to for me to be able to do what I need to do, for me to see the opportunities available. Right? So what I'm simply saying is, for every group we belong, for every skill that we have, for every next level that we want to achieve, there's always the right kind of group to belong. There's always the right kind of settings we need to have. And once we're able to achieve that, the next thing we need to do is to make ourselves available. So, make ourselves available, people begin to see us and know us for what we do, and then we begin to have that opportunity to work. So, I would say first on that list is that you have your skill already. you know what you're doing already. You can do it without second guessing yourself already. So you can do your coding properly, well. You can do your data analysis well. Your cyber security, you can do it well. Your painting and construction, you can do it well. Your borehole drilling, plumbing works, you can do it well. Once that is set in place, your networking comes next. Because be it in business, be it in looking for a job, be it in talking to people, anything at all that you want to do, you begin to discover, even from the learning stage, you begin to discover that you're not enough to get yourself to where you want to be. So you need people who are in the same field. You need people who have money to do that work they want to do. You need people who are interested in your skill. Then you need people who can speak for you. So, and that's why your human relation is very important. You have to be friendly, you have to get along well with people. So you have learned your skill, and the next thing we are talking about is your networking. You have to know how to network, talk with people, relate with people well. That particular part, I'm still learning to do it properly. Network. Can you meet people? Hey, you look good. Just pass a simple compliment and then get along well with them. What do you do? This is what I do, blah, blah, blah. And then before you know it, you begin to know people that need your service. In fact, sometimes you know people that know people that know people that know people that need your skill. So what I'm saying in essence is that when you do networking, sometimes you're not directly connected to the people that needs the value that you offer. You're only connected to people who know the people that needs your value. And that's why, as much as you want to be safe in your space, there's still that need for you to get along with everybody, talk to people, relate with people. In fact, sometimes you just need to help people. And once you do that, you begin to see people who begin to call on you and say, this is the problem we have, this is what we want to do. Can you help us do this? And you do it. And once you do it, you are fine. Because when you do it well, those are the testimonials you have. Those are your first hand referral that you are going to get. Because when they talk about you, when they refer you to other people or they recommend you to other people, they are not saying it from what somebody said to them. They are saying it based on experience. I I drilled a ball for somebody in Ibadan. Though the guy didn't pay me well because we had troubles. He was expecting that our work was going to last for a number of days. And the work was supposed to be for, I think, 3 hours. And I was like, why will you bill me for something this much? I mean, something you can do within 3 hours. Why are you billing me this much when you can do it within 3 hours? Because I think you're going to do it for weeks. Uh, So this is not UK. Oh. We bill you based on projects, not based on the time it takes us to do it. So the problem goes back and forth. I think till today he's still owing me 20,000 naira. But the interesting part is while he's in the UK there, he was recommending me to another guy in the UK there who want to make ball here in Nigeria. Why is because even though he didn't pay me all the money he's supposed to pay me, the job was done on time, it was done efficiently, and the water was running well. So when you work for people, you do it well. And when they talk about you to other people, they don't just talk about what somebody told them about you. They are talking to those people based on their experience with you. So now you know, you do your networking, you talk to people, let people know what you do. Either you meet them at the club, you meet them at events, or you meet them in church, you meet them during concerts, anywhere you meet them and you get the opportunity to talk with them, let them know what you do. Let them know what you do. And secondly, when you do work for people, do it well such that they can speak for you to another person. Now, this is interesting part because when you start out to say you want to do something, the first people, the first set of clients you're likely going to have, or that you are mostly going to have, they are people that know you. And most of them, they expect you to do it for free. Like your mom's twin sister can just say, come and help me check this thing. And because he sees herself as your second mother, she believes that once you are done, a simple thank you is enough. Or because after you are done, he offered you food. She believes that's enough. Okay? Bill Hmm? Bila. He's thinking it's your second daddy or it's your uncle or it's your brother and you work. Build them. Of course, there are exceptions to some of these things. There are times where, for whatever reason, maybe you see them as somebody who has done so much for you. Maybe you see it as an opportunity for you to learn and you don't find it necessary to build them. That's a different case. That depends on you, right? But usually, when you work for people, build them. Why? Is because it gives you the opportunity to negotiate. And negotiation is always different when you are doing it in real life compared to when you are doing it based on what you have been taught. Right? When somebody tells you, bill somebody, include your tax, make sure it's 35% of the um, price for the material, build them this, build them that. When you begin to negotiate with people, it becomes different because they start to give you stories. One of the mistakes you can do is to listen to that story. But many times you cannot avoid the story. One of the mistakes you can make is to try to understand from their perspective. So what I do now is when you tell me your story, I listen to you, understand what you're saying. From that your explanation, I find even more reason for you to pay. Why? Is because I stand on my own path of the value that I'm offering, not on the path of the empathy that you're looking for. So if it costs $1,000, should we use naira? Whatever. If it costs $1,000, I tell you this is how much it will cost you, and you come again and again and you say, please, 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 my children are in school, They have not eaten today. They are this and that. And you want to do borehole. If they tell you, this is more reason you have to do this borehole. It doesn't make sense that these children come back from school and they start fetching water from 2, 3 miles away. It will not help them to keep their sanity. It will not help them to keep focus in school. Because if a child come from school, supposed to come back, relax, and then be able to do the next thing they are supposed to do in the house. So when you put them through the stress of going to fetch water from 2, 3 miles away, they are stressed out and you cannot even tell them to read in the night. Stuff like that. You always find a strong point for the value you are offering. Because if you don't have a strong point, people can get that value for free. Now, when your relatives bring job, they are your first opportunity to learn how to do whatever you are doing. I remember the first design that Davis did for me. I don't know how many times we edited that design, but I know we edited severally. We'll bring it, I'll say no. Add this one. We'll bring it, I'll say no. I don't know if at a point it got frustrating or it became tired or whatever. But this is the only opportunity you have with people that are very close to you. And you can still keep working for them after then. Today, when he makes my design, I doubt if I have the opportunity to edit again. When I say have opportunity to edit, I'm not saying as though if it's not fine, I cannot say edit. But it does it so fine now that I barely have no reason to correct anything there. But the first design it did for me, you can testify. I don't know how many times. Can you remember how many times did you edit
We did design for 2 months.
a single design,
Yes, logo.
logo?
Smart
Imagine.
bed.
And I will bring it, I'll say go. Bring it, I'll say go. Bring it, I'll say go. Now, today, if I'm telling him to design something, I just tell him what I want. And he just goes. And by the time he comes back, he gets it. And sometimes I'll see some of his design for some other people. I'm just like, wonderful. Now, the thing is, the time we were doing it then, if it had not been on the basis of we are relating as though we are close, or if not on the basis of how I get to know David City, most likely after the first design, we won't be talking again today. And if we have ended up like that, it's either from there it would have gone to improve so much that it will be looking as though thank God I've grown now, blah blah blah, and I won't have the opportunity to relate with him the way we do today. Or that he would have gone bittered up and like not improved, and maybe what we'll be doing today is still designing logos for people. Because I know people who say they are into graphic design, and since I've known them till today, they are best of design. I cannot use it to do anything. So those things, there are always those opportunities. You also need to recognize it. If they are telling you to do something that you have not done before, that might not necessarily be the best time for you to build them all the money you can build them. It might just be the time for you to use it as opportunity to learn. When you know that they have access to some other people that you really want to work with, it might not be the best time for you to build them the best amount you want to bill them. Might just be the time for you to work for them so that you gain their favor, such that you know that they have access to somebody who is doing something big, that you really be willing to work with them. And somebody is saying, help me do this, let me know how much it will cost. On a normal day, let's say you are supposed to bill that person $100. Then just you do it well and you say that don't worry about it. Just let me know if you are fine about this. They come back, they make some adjustments and blah 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 blah. And you do it for them. They like it, they thank you. Are you sure you don't want to take money? Say no, don't worry. Two things will happen from there. One, either they ask you, let me know if you need anything. Or two, they just appreciate you so much that they leave. Some of them will insist, no, take something, take something, take something. For some of them, you can eventually gain more than they would have paid you, or they just thank you and go. So, if they thank you and go, or they eventually pay you for more than you deserve, a door has been opened already for you to make another request from them, because you already told them, don't worry about it. So it's either that opportunity arises and they speak for you automatically, or a little after you have worked for them, you can simply meet them. Sir, ma, I see so person doing so stuff. Please, I'd like to work with this person. I don't know if you can just speak for me. And that would be it. So somebody said, there is only one question that keep the world to go round again and again. It might not be a question of what do you do, who are you, what can I do for you, stuff like that. They said that one question remains, what is in need for me? And that's the question everybody asks from time to time. The reason you are a community manager is not just because you are playing to gain something. It's also because there is something in it for you. The reason those people are bringing account to you, it's not because they just like you, it's because there is something in it for them. So the reason you are making money is not even because you just like to have money, but because what is in it for you for having money. I don't know if you are getting the painting. Because the thing is, if money is unable to achieve anything, then nobody looks forward to having it. So if there's nothing in working with a brand, then nobody looks to work with them. In fact, if there's nothing in it for the owner of the brand will not exist in the first place. So if there's nothing in it for you to get married, then nobody's getting married. If there's nothing in it for the married couples to have children, then nobody's having children. So if there's nothing in it for children to have parents, immediately they are born, everybody will go their different way and not care who their parent is. If there's nothing in it for anybody to have status, then nobody strives or struggles to have status. What I'm saying in essence is, when you work for people that hold the keys to some gates that you want to enter, some gate that you want opened, as generous as you can be to them, always remember what's in it for you as you work for them. So while you may not put what's in it for you forward, but always bear it at the back of your mind. So as you work with them, as you help them achieve their own goal, when the opportunity comes for you to demand or to ask this question, what's in it for you? You can always ask that question at the appropriate time. So, back to our point. Own your skill, do your networking, and when you relate with people that hold key to some other levels you want to get to, learn to relate with them